Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, namaste, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. A little bit early today, compensating for the fact that I've actually been late the last couple of days. So welcome. This is Ken at 10. We broadcast live every day, live from the lovely area of Norbury, which is in Southwest London, Southwest 16. We're a Zone 3 commuting area. If you haven't considered us for investment or a first-time buy, then you should, or even a second come to that. How are you? I hope you're well. It's our first week back this week, so we're all a little bit disoriented and trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm a bit of a cliche at the moment. I've done the New Year's resolution thing, joined the gym, put on half a stone over Christmas, trying to lose it, giving up sugar. Will it last? Probably not, but we'll see. Going to do our best anyway. A couple of news headlines on the property side for you today. A couple of things that caught my eye in the news today. The first one is lenders starting to drop rates. And this is interesting because we're anticipating there's going to be another rate rise coming. But several lenders have started to drop rates following a slowdown in mortgage approvals. TSB, First Direct, and by the way, this is not mortgage advice. We're not qualified to do so. Seek independent financial advice if you wish to get mortgage advice. But it is an interesting point if you're interested in the housing market, which we love to chat about. So we will. TSB, First Direct, Nationwide have all reduced the cost of borrowing this week, with some reducing rates by more than 1%. That is huge, given that the interest rates rises recently, the largest of which was 0.5%. It's a 1% change. That is really massive. And Mark Harris, chief exec of a mortgage broker called SPF Private Clients, said lenders have been reducing their fixed rate mortgages due to the falling cost of funds and drop in activity, which means they have more appetite to lend. We expect this trend in rate cutting to continue as lenders compete for business. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? According to the ONS statistics, 57% of deals coming up for renewal in 2023 are at rates below 2%. And at present, an average 2-year fixed deal is 5.69%, while a 5-year average is 5.5%. And the interesting thing about that is it's topsy-turvy. We used to say that if you've got a 2-year deal, it would actually be a lower rate than the 5-year rates. But now we're seeing that the other way around. And you might be thinking, well, why is that? Why is it the 5-year rates are lower than 2-year rates? And the answer is because there's an anticipation that rates will come down over that term. So there is some good news in there if you can find it. We are probably looking at one more rate rise this year. The common consensus is that we're looking at rates of 4%. That would mean another half point coming on. The next meeting is early February. So that remains to be seen. We'll wait and see what happens. What does this year have in store for us? That's one of the questions that a lot of people are asking me right now. I think there are a couple of things that will be happening. We'll see a lot of people, especially buy-to-let investors on variable rate mortgages, seeing huge increases to their mortgage. Indeed, even ones on fixed, where the fixes come to an end and they're trying to refix, their rates will double or treble in some cases. And therefore, there will be a clamour to either raise rents in order to protect themselves against those increases or sell the properties. So we expect quite a large increase in the number of buy-to-let investors deciding to sell. But they're the newer ones mostly, because the ones that are highly geared are most affected by this. If you bought some years ago, then the raising rates are obviously not going to have so much impact because you will have obviously a smaller loan to value probably. So that's what we expect to happen on the rental and sale side. As far as the property market side is concerned, family homes are still very sought after, and we're seeing that stabilize now. We don't expect any further falls in prices, contrary to what a lot of people are saying. We're seeing quite a solid market so far. And one of the interesting things about this recession is that we have nearly full employment. I think the unemployment rate is running about 5%. Or if you want to put it another way, 95% of people are employed. This is unusual for a recession. Normally in recession, you get mass redundancies and mass unemployment, and that then adds the fuel to the fire for repossessions. And repossessions are the things that often drive prices much lower because they're forced sales that don't have a choice effectively. So as long as the supply of those repossessed properties is in small numbers, and we suspect it will be due to the fact there's such low unemployment, we expect that the market will be more resilient than people expect. We do expect that the market that's most vulnerable is probably the flat market, because that's where most buy-to-let investors sit. So it remains to be seen where that will be throughout the year, and we'll keep reporting to you here. But what we also suspect is there's going to be some sort of tenants discussion around the fact that their rents are being pushed up. We expect more and more controversy over those rate rises that are no doubt coming. The rate rises in mortgages leading to rises in rents, and then those rising rents leading to many discussions over the course of the year, and much discontent amongst tenant groups, and much discussion with government. On top of that, of course, we've still got the Renters Reform Act going through Parliament. When will that all happen? Well, it's not looking like for a while yet. We reckon 2025, something like that, but we don't really know yet. We'll keep you advised as and when that happens. Of course, there will still be mandatory grounds. The Renters Reform Act, what people are worried about is the removal of Section 21, the no-fault eviction process, and there are provisions to put things into place that will still allow you to gain possession on the grounds of either rent arrears or wanting the property back either for yourself to sell, live in, or for a family member to live in. So as long as those grounds are robust, and they're going to have to be to save a mass exodus from the market, then it shouldn't be as bad as some commentators would have you believe. And certainly we're looking at that more longer term. That remains to be seen. And the other thing that remains to be seen, of course, is what's going to happen with energy performance and the rates of C or above, and we're still waiting to hear on that too. So it's all a bit grey from that point of view. But one thing we can confirm for sure is it's going to be an interesting year. Is it going to be different? Yeah, for sure. We're going to see a lower level of transaction on the back of people not being sure and not being confident about what's going on. We are expecting that it's going to be a tight year. Although I've said unemployment is low, of course, the level of salary is the problem with such great inflation that we're going through at the moment. So it really remains to be seen what will happen for the rest of this year. But we'll report to you live from the coalface, so to speak, here in JA, where we sell and let properties every day. So we get a real feeling for the sentiment. And the sentiment at the moment is rental, absolutely nuts. We can't literally get enough stock on. Every time we advertise a property, we get so many inquiries that, in fact, we're withdrawing it from the market, often same day or next day, because we already have so many people looking for it that we literally need to put the number of inquiries on hold. As far as the south side is concerned, family homes really sought after right now still, especially 3-bedroom houses and some of the more sought after roads. The very top of the market, very bottom of the market, more of a mixed picture, but the middle of the market, very solid. And that's what our area is quite good for, is the professional commuter looking to get into London for a decent family home at a decent price, zone 3 area. So, that end of the market is still quite robust. So if you're thinking of selling, not sure whether you should sell or rent, or just want to chew the cud over it all, confusing times, I know, and very stressful times. So we're here for you. We've got your back. Give us a call if you need us. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, look after yourselves, and if you can, your family and friends. Ciao.